Next, and a report published by Newark and Sherwood District Council has revealed that 5.3% of deaths can be linked to air pollution. This is 1 in 20 people, and those figures have concerned local Extinction Rebellion campaigners who want to educate others on the problem. They have organised a free talk by 2 climate experts to explain the causes, health impacts and ways to make a difference around air pollution. And joining me now is member of Extinction Rebellion Newark and Sherwood, Carl Braithwaite, and keynote speaker for the event, Dr. Helena Clements, who is the Climate Action Clinical Lead at Sherwood Forest Hospitals Trust. Thank you both for joining us. Helena, let's start with you. 1 in 20 people, 5.3% of deaths can be linked back to air pollution. To me, this seems like a wild number. First of all, what are the causes of air pollution?
So we know that approximately 36,000 people in this country will die because of that. And it's to do with the particles that we breathe in, the PM2.5s are the smallest of those, but other things like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, other things that are produced often and mostly by burning fossil fuels. So that's our cars, aeroplanes, industry, even farming, and sadly wood-burning stoves contributes as well. So all of those things add to these chemicals that are going into the air we breathe. And some of those, like the PM2.5s, are so small that they get into our blood system. And I'm a children's doctor, I'm a paediatrician, and that's a real concern for us because our babies are being exposed to this in utero. It's causing small premature births, smaller birth weight babies, and impacting on the growth of lungs and their brains as well. So these are lifelong pollutants, wow. As well as the effects that we see in adults and older adults and vulnerable people, the heart disease, the strokes, and respiratory illnesses that are also added to by air pollution.
And Carl, I'll turn to you. You're from Extinction Rebellion. First of all, tell us who Extinction Rebellion are and why are you so concerned by these figures?
Yeah, Extinction Rebellion are a non-violent direct action protest group that was formed in 2018 because of the urgency around the climate crisis and the biodiversity crisis. I'm involved in Extinction Rebellion Newark, and we're concerned about this issue because there's a real overlap here between the climate emergency and a health issue. So, we're seeing the government licensing more than 100 new oil fields, which is kind of baking in business as usual when we need a transition, not only for the climate, but for people's health, when you can hear these statistics. So we wanted to highlight the issue, and we're really fortunate to have the talk on Tuesday to do just that.
So there's a talk on Tuesday. There's also an event happening over the weekend, isn't there?
Yeah. We really wanted to shine a light on this issue because that 5.3% figure, it's as you said, the numbers really prompt a double take. And what we're doing tomorrow is we're trying to shine a light on this. We're going to be around Newark and Southwell. We're going to be taking air pollution measurements. There'll be 1 or 2 people in hazmat suits as well. We've got leaflets, and we'll be engaging with the public on the issue to really raise awareness and to steer them towards the talk from Dr. Helena and also from Professor Wilson, who's also joined us. So some really well-informed people about this issue.
And what can we do? If people are watching this and thinking, goodness me, I did not know this was such an issue personally, is there things that we can do as just general members of the public to reduce air pollution?
So I think yes, the answer is, and we need to be able to have action and hope, don't we, for these things rather than just panic. So, for me as a mother and a grandmother as well as a children's doctor, thinking about reducing exposure to children, that's not by keeping them inside, it's getting them out in green spaces, but thinking about how do we clean our air up. And actually that's leaving your cars at home. It's doing more exercise, which not only reduces the pollutants that are going into the air, but improves our mental health and our physical health as well, which is really, really important. And there's obviously an overlap between climate change, air pollution, and the health crisis. And those actions will be good for all of those things. So there are definitely things we can do. And other than our individual actions, how we vote, how we engage is really important too. We need to talk about this stuff and encourage our local government and national government to help act really strongly on climate change. And if air pollution has just come down a bit, that's not room for us to be complacent. We need to keep getting it better.
Yeah, it's that real interplay between the two things.
We're just running out of time, but I know people will want to know where they can find out more on what's going on over the weekend. Is there a website or anything they can go to?
They can visit XR Newark Linktree, and there's details on there about the talk. It's at Holy Trinity Community Centre, Tuesday evening from 7:30. We'd love to see people there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in and
Thank you.
sharing that with
Thank
us.
you.